Well, here on the table at the mine office, we've got some really cool artifacts that are being donated back to the mine, or to the mine. And these are being brought to me by everybody's favorite Joanne Lighthart. So, Joan.
Guys, we're up here going to have a good time, but I wanted to bring these because they needed to find a good home. And I think that's exactly what's happened. We're going to go in the museum for you guys to see.
And what did you bring here, Joan? What do you got?
Well, of course, we got an authentic miner's pick. Pretty short. We've got a double jack, or a single jack. So this one is what they would use with a single jack to drill holes. For 10, 12 hours a day, they would swing this. This is an axe, and it's coming back home because it's from the War Eagle. And this is just an old shovel. Not quite sure of its origin, but of course it's one of the ones that's riveted, which are my favorite. And
Let's see those rivets.
It's got a patent date of 1875. And just a beautiful example of a shovel, and very typical because it's got a broken handle. We see those all the time, and they'll just keep using them, so they're all soft and rounded over right across the break.
We've got a few of those on display already, and that'll be a great asset. I appreciate that. And you say the axe actually came out of War Eagle. So don't you tell that story?
Okay, well, quite a number of years ago, Tony and I were walking through there, and as he does, he could feel the axe sitting there wanting to be freed, and there was about that much of the handle that showed. And so he spent about 20 minutes digging it out from behind a bunch of lagging, where evidently one of the miners had dropped it, thinking he would come back and get it, and he never did. And through the years it had been filled and dumped on, and he dug it all out. And this is a true temper from the appropriate time period. I don't remember what the time period was. Evidently this logo, if we look it up, we can find out exactly when it was manufactured. But it gets to come right back home.
Well, I'm glad it's coming home, and it'll be placed in our museum section back in War Eagle today. And the rest of these will probably go in the Noonday Museum section because they're old enough to go back in here.
Perfect.
So I thank you very much, Joanne.
Glad to.
Much appreciated. And if anybody else out there wants to donate stuff, hey, we're willing to give any mining artifacts a good home, especially if they came out of here, but that's not necessarily a requirement. So thanks again, Joanne. And
no problem.
Now we're going to go into the mine and have some fun.
Have some fun.
So now we're half mile back or so into the War Eagle, back at the dual incline shaft. And see Andrew Keeper down there pulling up a section of our rail that we're going to refit and make that a little more dependable. Ciara's over here supervising. Joanne is here again.
Hi guys.
And Pat's in the back over there doing stuff. So back in our museum section, plenty of miscellaneous bric-a-brac back in here. And the axe that has been returned to the mine is now in here once again for all time, or at least the foreseeable future. And it joins a host of other artifacts back here. You got carbide tins and drill bits and Gorilla Glue boxes, repurposed shovel heads, various lamps, safety equipment, a timber saw that we got from Junior Huffman, another burn shovel taken out of the fire section of War Eagle up the hill, and all kinds of other neat artifacts that go back to the days this mine is in operation, not the least of which include this stoping drill and this jack leg over here, some spare feet for the jack leg, and another one down here, which is going to find a carriage eventually if I got to way up to Butte, Montana to get it. So doing a little more service work here on the rail, like I said, because the work never stops in this mine, trying to make it safer and more accessible. And as it is, don't just take my word for it. Come on out and see the place for yourself. But I'm done playing here in a bit. We're going to wander even deeper into the mine and see what else we can get into. Nice old mine wheelbarrow there. This was also returned to me by the family of someone who took from the mine originally when the mine closed, so it's back home now. Lots of good artifacts locked up in here now. And it's a growing collection, small but growing. We're getting there. Nice old vintage carbide can was just taken out of a Columbia mine when I was down in there the last time. I figured it was down there in a 700 level. Nobody else is going to see it down there, so I'll bring it back up here. Folks can take a look at. Working carbide lamp and all kinds of other cool stuff. So not bad for our first year. So here's the crew down in the incline. We just reset another timber. I should say they did it while I was gone getting the tools that they said they needed. So, and now we're picking up stuff here, pieces of shims. Andrew's got a nice long length of old fuse that he found there. And Ciara's just kind of over there supervising. But another timber set in place, and life is, you know, better in here than before. So since the last time in here, Larry and I reset 3 or 4 of them, and now we got pretty much every timber in this upper section of the shaft is now reset. Andrew and Joanne just got the last one that I couldn't get when I was in here with Larry the last time because we were just tired. But every day and every way, the place keeps getting better and better. And yes, for those of you not familiar, this wonderful shaft and this stairway we're sitting on drops down another 5 levels down there, so 500 feet. And 4 levels off to the side in each direction, and a lot of mine down there,
That works really well.
So, everything works really well. Teamwork. There's Pat up there, our safety person, in managing us.
Yeah.
Do you want this larger board over here? That's
Yeah, I get it out of there.
Here's our water pipe up here that used to run water down for the drills. 2 tracks go down 3 levels, then it's single track the last 2. A lot of mine down there. So here's another section of the mine now. We've got an exhibit on old jackleg drills. Here's 2 drills that are disassembled on the bench, waiting for a little repair and reassembly. Some drill bits over here, remains of an old light bulb here, and a few other pieces of historical and working equipment in here, because I do keep a tool chest back in here for working the mines. So the mine is a working mine, even if the work is restoration. But we're getting her done, and like I said, these jack legs, again, Junior Huffman's old drills. I know it looks like a pile of junk here, but there's actually 2 complete and operational drills there, minus just a couple of screws to hold the things together. For some reason, the screws are gone, except for one. But who knows? Maybe we'll get them running again one of these days. Maybe. And that drift there leads way back into the mountain, but we're not going that way today. We're going somewhere else. Climbing the ladder up to the next level, la 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 la, la 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 la. Let's see. Going up, going up, going up. Don't say shit. I forgot, you're short. All right, Joanne, have you been up here before? Then I will wait for you here. Come on up. Watch our friend Joanne come up the ladder. Yeah, that rope's attached. You can use it. Talking to Pat. But when you get up here, you can use it too. Way to the top. If that pack's a real problem, leave it. Yeah.
So it just broke and fell off.
I'm too old for this.
You're only 71. Stop that. Okay, when you get up here, you sit on this board I'm on, then kind of scooch over.
Okay.
And once you're across, the ladder continues. And I got to go up and assist Pat, so I'll try to do both here. Shut my camera off so I can climb. And what did J.J. Walker say? Dynamite. There's a stick right there, just minding its own business, not bothering anybody. Gotta love how they just left that stuff around. But we're not gonna bother it, it's not gonna bother us. So we're going further up, up there. And up there. Way back up. So. Blah, 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 blah. Square set timbering. Holding up the roof, supporting like square set does. Very excellent support until suddenly it doesn't. But you can see where slusher cables used to run under it here. I cut into the bottom of the wood because they just ran the cables up in there and dragged all the muck out wholesale. There's a little ore bin over there where they would have brought some of it out. Nice air pipe over here, bringing ventilation air back in, or sending it on. Lot of wood here. I mean, those timbers are about 12 by 12. They're freaking massive. They're all interlocked in together. No nails, bolts, or other joint. Are just notched in together like Legos. Big, lethal Legos, holding up tons and tons and tons and tons of rock. So, piece of old ladder there, some surplus rail they've pulled out, shovel head, and a drill bit down there. And over here, a couple of wooden dynamite boxes. And a little too fragile for me to try to bring them out for display, so they'll stay here. But this is the epicenter of the magical 500 level up here. So much to see, so much to do. So, this is why we come up here.
Ross, did you say there's ore bins up here?
What's that?
Did you say there's ore bins up here?
I did not. There's that ore pass over
Ore
there,
pass,
but it's
okay.
gone.
Yeah, okay.
So, smile, Joanne.
I'd go up top, because then you can see over the top all of it.
Smile, Pat. There we go. Remember, what's rule number 1 up here?
Smile?
No, don't die.
Oh, don't die. I thought it was smile.
No, that's rule number 16.
Look at this really big. This is huge.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, drilled.
That's a whole length of steel with a bit on the end. Yeah,
Jeez, yeah.
That's probably the longest single piece I've seen.
it's a
I've
pretty
seen
good
a
one.
lot of, 6 and 8 footers, but I haven't seen one that long.
We got all the good stuff in here. This is the area that so seldom visited. The looters haven't got out here and taken stuff. Frank from Canada hasn't come in here and stolen anything. So, yeah, I know. If you say his name 3 times, oh well, all your stuff disappears.
You definitely need to get a picture of a few of us sitting on one of these crosses.
Oh man, I don't know if I trust the wood that well.
That's what we do in Delamar. We get a bunch of us sitting, and then somebody gets a photo of us hanging out on the
Yeah, wonderful work up there. Holding that rock up. Here's that ventilation pipe again as we're walking on down a drift. A lot of areas it's still hanging from the ceiling by the baling wire, and other areas it's come down and it's laying on the floor and you gotta step across it. Ideally, I'd like to get in here on one of our volunteer events and start putting all this stuff back up, wiring it back up and attaching it together again like it was supposed to be. 1, for historical purposes, and 2, just to get it out of the way. This little rail switch here that goes to nowhere. And Pat, we're taking a detour here. Come on back.
All right.
We're going this way. Taking the path less traveled. Ouch. Stupid ceiling. There we go. Got a big stope over here that I left a rope here previously from roping down in, and I don't intend to do that anymore, so I want my rope back. So we're going to recover that rope. It's a very handy rope. Goes way down the stope, but I need it back. This rope is 100 foot long and it only goes about halfway down, so it's a good stope. So way back in there, got Andrew lighting up a Class A vein of chrysocolla and galena and all kinds of other cool elements. A lot of good stuff back up here. This is still a rich area. A lot of mineral in here, probably commercially viable today. I mean, look at that galena up there. That's a huge pocket right there.
Oh yeah.
That's. Come on over here, and you got more. Unfortunately, none of these timbers in this area are really trustworthy anymore. This area's seen a little load shift, a little lateral displacement, like the spot above me here, and some of this other area. It's not where I want to really be standing for too much longer, much less trying to work in here. So, unfortunately, yeah, another chrysocolla vein right there. That nice copper in there. A lot of people ask, is there still mineral in here? Yeah, there is, and you're looking at a lot of it right in here now. This section could still be worked probably at a profit today.
Retrieve some ore for you.
Ore is good.
Look at that.
And here's Andrew wiring a piece of ladder into position to make up and down the stope here a little easier and safer. So
That's way better.
again, you bring in the good people, they do the good work, and
You want something?
all right, we got it. Well, let Ciara be the guinea pig here. So this could be our This could be either funny or crucial for litigation, either or. Yeah, she survived.
Andrew wants to get rid of him.
If there's insurance, I'm in. Let's get her done. I'll be next. Camera off. Okay, so here we are finally back after almost 5 hours in the mine. And I meant to shoot a trailer piece there showing all the folks there and the stuff we did. But frankly, we were just so tired. We got out of there. We just dissipated. Andrew and Ciara went back to their place. Joanne went back to hers. Pat and I are just kind of hanging out here for a little bit, enjoying the air conditioning. And she'll be on her way home soon, and I'm going to crash and sleep like the dead. Because that was a long day and a long climb in there, but it was good. So, no complaints. Recovered a couple more artifacts from the museum you have to come out and see. And increased some knowledge of the mine a little bit more and shored up a couple more things, made things a little safer. And basically we had a good time, and as is all the best explorers, no one got hurt. So, all good. So, hope you enjoyed it. I know this one was a little slipshod, a little bouncy around, but we had fun, and now we're tired and dirty, and I need a beer. So, catch you later.